5-year-old from Lackawanna, New York, Jack Jurek, West Texas State College, member of the bowling team, but this is Del Ballard. Back-to-back wins this year. So Del Ballard crosses over, and he did not like that shot, leaving the 6-pin on the left lane. Here's a man that fired 2 perfect 300 games this week. One in Las Vegas and in Grand Prairie. And the hometown victor was certainly sweet, as he is a native of Richardson. Now we get a look at the 5'9" collegiate bowler, Jack Jurek. Second TV final bow, so he's had the taste of the pressure earlier.
Well, he got a lot of pressure learning in college. He starts out with a wide shot. Jack Jurek had a 4-year scholarship to West Texas State. He said he developed his talent in the international competitions. He's bowled, he represented the United States team in Bogota, Colombia, and also bowled in Australia, Chris. So he's pretty well used to the pressure, but he's never won on the PBA Tour, and that's the final step up.
All right, here he is, the left of center. No problem in marking with a spare. We're all even after 1 frame. And if you just joined us, the winner of this very first game will meet left-hander Mike Albee, and then another of bowling's best, Wayne Webb, and the international star Amleto Monicelli, the tournament leader.
A 3/4 grip employed by Jack Jurek, where the fingers are inserted in between the first and second knuckle, and it's a good all-around control and power grip.
Nice crossover shot. Who knows where Brooklyn, New York is, because he's from Lackawanna, a suburb of Buffalo, New York.
Well, he's just happy to have a good break there and get this match underway. Now, Del Ballard, the experienced player, should recognize that little bit of nervousness in Jurek and jump right on.
That leaves a 10-pin. And we have some bending bowling balls today, Bo.
Chris, well put. They're rainbow shots. They're really throwing the big hook. As you look at the profile of Del Ballard, one we're becoming very, very familiar with. He rocks and actually takes a 4-step delivery, cupped wrist, low profile, long slide, high follow through, and never even flinched as he came through that shot. Nice and steady.
You know, we talk about all being red, but Del Ballard is the 1987 U.S. Open champion, and last year in Jacksonville became the Masters winner.
Del Ballard has won his last 9 games bowled in the championship round. He has 9 victories, no losses, backing up for almost a year. So theoretically, every time he makes the TV show, he wins the tournament. Let's see what happens today.
Well, averting the split, leaving only the 4-7, who on the money list stands second to Brian Voss, who failed to make the cut and is taking a week off in Cancun, Mexico.
You see the angle that Del Ballard is trying to attack this championship here. He's starting the ball around the second arrow, and when he throws it properly, it goes all the way out almost to the channel. The last board makes that break and sets up. That time he didn't get wide enough, left a fairly simple spare. Del
Ballard's 10th television appearance in his career, 4 victories. Seems a little tense today. He's just not that loose Texan that we normally see. Agreed. Both players, Chris, a little bit tight. I can even see it in Jurek's face. He's trying to aim the ball a little bit. Oh, big double. Going out now to a 13-pin lead is the non-winner, Jack Jurek. Jurek with a real good style to start off. 5-step delivery, little shuffle step, good push away. Now he kind of cocks his elbow right at the top of the swing and rolls his wrist underneath the ball. Terrific finish at the foul line. Notice that foot perpendicular to the foul line and everything down the target line as he takes advantage of that lucky break he got in the second frame. The crossover makes it good in the third. Has a 13-pin lead. And upset now.
to 23 against the two-time winner this year, Del Ballard. We're in our first game. More of it following this.
In these days, weeks, the oil is down here heavy for about 21 feet, light down through this area to 41 feet, and it's dry. Even though it's shiny back here in the back end, that's the lights. Now here's the angle that the players are playing. They're playing out almost to the channel, breaking it back. Now Albee, more towards the center, around the second arrow, and coming in from the left side.
And mentioning Albee, he will meet either Del Ballard or Jack Jurek in our next game. At the moment, Del Ballard is down by 23. Spare working, shooting in the fourth frame. First strike and 4 for Ballard. Let's see if that furrowed brow loosens up a little bit now after that one.
Del Ballard's been playing a type of shot that what I call a rollout shot in his championship win in Las Vegas and then again at the Quaker State. Ballard sends the ball out real wide, and just as it gets to the pocket, it kind of what we call rolls out or quits, so it doesn't break high. Now, if he can continue to carry the 10-pin with that type of shot, he has a big pocket to shoot at. If indeed he quits carrying, he has a big problem.
And it just did not come up, leaving the 1, 2, 8, 10.
Del Ballard sends it very wide. The ball swings out almost to the channel, but he's using a brand new shiny ball. I'm sure you can see it on TV, and it slides too much, almost slides off in the channel. The lane only being 60 feet long to the head pin. He needed about 65 there to get back. Has a difficult spare.
Great conversion. The strike and that conversion should really get Del Ballard back into the game. But his opponent, Jurek, let's watch again.
The washout, perfectly shot by Ballard, sends the ball out over the track zone, is going to hit the head pin on the left side, drive it to the sideboard. It'll take out the 10. He still trails in the match by 23. Chris, spares, even sensational shots like that will not get the job done today. You need strikes.
Because this man has a double up, shooting in the fifth frame of our first game. Pulling together. Earlier we asked Jack, how did college help prepare him to be a professional bowler? Here's what he said.
I think the collegiate program really helped a lot. We got to bowl on a variety of conditions and do a lot of traveling, which helps out here on tour. And being in pressure situations when you got your university on the line, I think it's helped a lot in trying to cope with the pressure out on tour.
Okay. Now with 3 in a row, shooting in the sixth frame. Our championship pair of 37 and 38 to the liking thus far of Jack Jurek. Now Ballard.
Well, Ballard sends the ball out wide, and Chris, I just don't like the way his ball is rolling. I watched him all week long. I watched him start off the tournament with that 300 spree, and he was using a ball that broke much sharper towards the back end. Today he's playing like a safe ball, and it's just not going to get the job done. I don't want to jinx him, but he better throw some strikes right now.
Leaving a 4 playing a professional that's usually very aggressive.
Well, when his ball is telling him you're in trouble and his opponent has 5 strikes in a row, it takes a little bit of your aggression away from you. And Ballard really has dug himself a deep ditch here. As you see his ball drifting slightly high. Third pin on the left-hand part of your screen normally knocks out the 4. Ballard with a conversion would trail by 43. Needs to get his act together.
Okay. Brian Voss was a defending champion here. Brian finished 42nd after a fast start this year.
Susan.
While we're away, running a little bit behind time, he came up with 2. And another for Ballard, only his 3rd in this match.
Well, Ballard sends the ball wide there and just saws the rack. Now, you want to see some real power. He just puts a nice even stroke on. Watch the action of the 3-6, the second and third pins on the right-hand part of your screen. He just saws that 6 pin, almost chops it off the 10, blows the 5 over the top of 7. Ballard must strike on this ball or he can't win. Best he can shoot is 227. Jurek going at a 250 pace.
All right. Now, Dell looking at the score sheet.
He knows that 227 is going to be short. Right now, let's take Jack Jurek, as they say, off the sheet. He would have a 290 game to open the telecast.
And that's the score Del Ballard had to get into the 5th spot. Had to shoot a big 290 and started with a spare as his opponent here, Jack Jurek, has. There's Eileen Jurek and his Aunt Gloria. The two ladies drove over 700 miles overnight from Lackawanna, New York, just to see Jack compete here in Peoria.
And he's rewarding him with a strike spree. A possible 290 game for Jack Jurek.
He was hoping for his 3rd Brooklyn. So Mom trying to get a signal from Jack's aunt. Very relaxed now with that 1 pin to shoot at.
Possible 269, a spare and a strike. Del Ballard still has a 227, not going to be enough.
Okay, we have a winner, and he will meet a great named Mike Albee.